Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today's topic is about playing games online and I am going to show how to use the openings which we have learnt, and today I am going to play two games of 3 minutes each and try to analyze the games as we play along with it. I would make these kind of lessons every week if you find it useful. So do let me in the comments below. Let's start with the first game. So here we go, we have the white pieces, we have learned the center counter defense. So I will go with that, e4, d5, and after ed we intend to take nf6. So knight is developed, attack the pawn, knight c3 not a great move. If white plays bc4 it's good, but mostly weaker players play knight d5 and black is already a marginally better. After d4 there is e5, queen f3 is an interesting idea to trade the queens. So we want him to take, if we take queen f3 then knight f3 comes. So cd, black has a slightly better pawn structure. Let's develop the pieces quickly. Development with attack. So b3 bad move, the bishop becomes passive. Let's develop again with an attack. Very risky to castle long. So let's develop. We could have considered the move nb4. And now rook c8 will be there soon. Let's develop still. bd6. Now plan would be to go castle and rook c8. So castle and bishop c6, bc is absolutely fine. Soon the rooks will go to b8, c8 and we will try to play c5. Black is perhaps slightly better. White is after the bishop here. So first let's play be4, force him to play f3 and then drop back bg6. So knight takes g6, h takes g6. Balanced play, but the bishop is slightly worse as compared to our bishop. So let's go rook b8. We can try to double on the b5. There is a plan of going rook b5. Taking h2 is a bit risky. We will consider it later. We can try to go a5, a4, but instead a5 may allow a4. So let's go rook b5. We can plan for c5. Yeah, a4 as expected. Now bishop a3 check. Let's force the king to b1. Let's move the rook back. Soon we can use bishop c. Soon we can use bb4, force c3 and then go and attack b3. See c4 blunder. Instantly b3 is lost. Even we had the move bb4 check. I thought of keeping it as an option. This is now winning for black. c4 hangs. Okay, the rook is well placed. The other rook will join to b8. So we have. Okay, so now let's take c takes d5. c5 is also open. We could still go bb4, but there was kc2 attacking the b3 rook. Position is almost winning for black. Rook b1. He wants the trade. So let's bring the other rook. Let's activate the pieces. Let him take on b3, then rook takes b3. Now the threat is bb4. Rook b2 check. If bd2, then we can trade everything and get into a winning king and pawn again. He gave up g2 as well. Although it's a bit risky to take g2, rook comes to b1 then. Let's improvise the position otherwise. Let's go f6. We can do f6, e5, create a passer in the center. So now see, we get to pin his bishop. And now the trade will be there. By force we will trade on c1 after pinning the bishop, and then the king and pawn endgame is winning. kc2, then rook takes c1, rook c1, bc1, kc1, e5. The passed pawn will make us win the game. So when we are up in material, we should try to trade the pieces. So there was no need to make any unnecessary tactics, and it's a winning game now. So see, hooks are getting traded. Before pushing immediately e5, let's get the king. We could have played e5 also. Let's block the pawn on the black square. The bishop will become even worse. Maybe he should play f4 to stop e5. This a5 kind of moves, see, it gives another plan. Now the king can simply come to b5 and we can do b4 also. But let's do e5. e5 is very simple. ke6, we are heading for kd6, kc6, kb5. Another plan would be to go bb2 and force ed. d takes c5. So we can do that as well. Now see, forcing him to take d takes c5, f takes c5. kd6, and now see, bc1 check. Even the pawn on f4 is lost. Bishop takes f4. Totally winning position. Now we can just move the bishop away and go with the pawn move. See, bishop is of black square, so we want the pawns on the white squares. That is a standard technique. Now we can just push the a pawn. Let's control the diagonal leading to this. Maybe he can go bb4. bb4 check, then bishop c3. So the opponent resigned. We saw how the opening went well. Of course, the opponent was weak. Unfortunately, the recording got stopped for the second game. But the first game, I showed you how I played. Again, next week, I will try to do 2 games and we will discuss them. Do let me know how you found this lesson in the comments below. Thanks for your time.